When I used to visit my home, every time I went there would be like fewer and fewer people. Like, and then there was only one neighbor left from our entire street, let's say. But then I don't know, because I was in that city studying. It was the end of the spring. My exams were going on that time, and my family just moved away. I didn't participate in that case, and they moved away not to the city where I was studying, but to Shymkent. So and after I finished my studies, then I went to Shymkent, not that village. So I don't have like final or like farewell memories of that, nothing of that kind.
I see.
That's what happened to me.
Okay, thank you. If you know, I want to ask you one more question. How did the villagers try to comfort these restrictions? I mean, military outposts, inability to go to both countries.
To move freely, you mean?
Yeah.
Actually, there's nothing like you can do when there are soldiers. Everything started to be complicated when the soldiers came. So I've heard that there were some clashes between the soldiers and our village dwellers, but I don't remember actually.
So maybe you know, how do they live in such situation? How do they survive, if I can say so?
I don't know, can it be called survival? Because that was just, it wasn't that we were like cut up from the world, because there was like Uzbekistan, we could go there instead of going them to the neighboring cities of Kazakhstan. I mean, we could go, but that's not what we usually do. We felt isolated, like let's say the part of our community was in Kazakhstan, so you can just keep isolated. Actually, nobody tried to survive there. Everyone just started moving away. That's it. But my family had to stay for 1 more year, because my father had a job. That's why we had to stay for 1 more year. And as for survival, I don't know. As Kazakh people started to leave, I remember the last year there were like Uzbek merchants, or I don't know, who were like opened their own shops and some stuff like that, because all the previous the structure was gone. Everyone moved away, like, and the shops, school, hospital, mosque, everything was closed.
So all the infrastructure was ruined.
Not infrastructure. I mean, if you mean the communal let's say buildings, no, they're still there. The homes were destroyed. I don't know, people wanted to build something out of the materials, but we didn't do that. Our house is still there, but some people did. So it was like, I don't know, devastating image. You see, like for example, around my house only one house was left, like intact. Others were just ruins.
Yeah, it should be really scary to see this picture.
Yeah, especially that was the very dramatic when my, let's say, grandfather, there was with their family, let's say my uncle's family, who lived with my grandfather and grandmother. They had like very beautiful house, and especially they had the garden with all the fruits and everything was there. So many, like, I don't know, grapefruit, apple, cherry, everything was there. And they had like two big, very big for the village. I mean, very big houses, because my grandfather used to have a lot of guests. He had like some important job, and when they moved away, they moved like 1 year, like before us, for 1 year, and so we had to see them leave. Let's say to say goodbye. That was very dramatic, actually.
So, what were the actions that state's representative did do to help the inhabitants of this village? I mean, from both sides, from Kazakhstan or Uzbekistan.
Well, for Uzbekistan, I don't know. I mean, they didn't do anything because there was nothing that they could do. I mean, they didn't do like anything wrong, actually. That was us. We couldn't like stay there anymore. And as for Kazakhstan, actually our village wanted, like, they did some petition or something, but I'm not sure about that. But there was some movement to collect the signatures and then to get our village be a part of the Kazakhstan. It didn't work. So what Kazakhstan did, it's just let's say standard program for Uralmans, repatriates. That was applicable to us too. So if you move to Kazakhstan, you'll be given some amount of money. That's, let's say, compensation. And you'll be given citizenship, and that's it. What they did.
I see. Yeah. So, continuing this question of moving, the process of moving, I want to ask you, what struggles did you meet in this process of moving? Okay. The next question that I want to ask you, it's what struggles did you meet in the process of moving to Kazakhstan?
Actually, struggles, I guess, began before moving to Kazakhstan when I changed my school. That was like first time changing school for a teenage.